to the beginning.
My unpopular opinion when it comes to college is if you know your mom ain't got no money, your daddy ain't got no money, and you ain't got no money, you better choose a major in college that's gonna make you some money.
And she ain't lying either. Once you decide what type of lifestyle you're trying to live, you better make sure you choose that degree wisely or that career choice wisely because it ain't no joke out here. I went to a performing arts high school, a governor's school, and I thought I wanted to be an actress or like some type of like screenwriter. And I was going to go.
You ever notice, and it's something I've noticed from TikTok, outside of what the subject matter is, but have you noticed the people who get all the views, they always doing something with their hands or doing some crap, coming back
Yeah,
to the
because
thing.
it was so unserious when she made that video. Like she was doing. I'm taking my polish off, so while I'm doing that, it
Well,
wasn't. It doesn't give you this is super planned and this is a moment that I've made and carved in my day.
well, not even that. I noticed as a little hack. All the people that I watch, they do move up into the camera. They do some stuff with their hands. They rubbing like one of the guys. I'll show you his stuff behind the scenes or whatever. But he's bigger on TikTok too. They're always doing something, and I think it's to keep your attention. But it's one of the things I've always noticed of like doing this because that is a good way to keep people engaged. Is talking with your hands. People are very visual, so if you can talk with your hands and do all this other stuff, which is why in person episodes probably work the best because people can see your hands or expressions or doing all that crap. But let's see what else you're gonna say, and then we'll get to like some better ones.
Want to go to some like communications program or whatever. But then I kept hearing my mom tell me no for different things and I couldn't get certain stuff. And not that I had to get everything or I was entitled to everything. It just was like, dang, it's really hard out here. So I had met this woman in church, in the church that I was growing up in. I met her and she always seemed like she was living a life. Like she was traveling, like she always kept herself up, hair done, nails done, everything big, like everything. She was real fancy. So I asked her what she did for a living, and she was like, I'm an auditor. She was a certified internal auditor or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, seems like it's a cool occupation. She loved it. She was traveling with work or whatever. So they were paying for her to travel. And so when I started school, I asked her what her major was. So I ended up switching my major to accounting after I started college as a communications major. And then I went through the accounting program, and then I came out and I became an auditor just like her. I've been an auditor for 15 years now. Is it the most exciting job? No, it's not. Am I passionate about it? Not really. But it's actually allowed me to live a really, really decent lifestyle. And I'm not mad at that. And I think the other good thing about being an auditor is that you don't actually have to you don't go to school for auditing. That's not a major to my knowledge now. Anyway, I did take an auditing class.
All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing it. Let me go back to this. So the premise of everything is like, hey, like the beginning of the video, the girl's like, if your mom ain't got no money, your daddy ain't money, ain't nobody got no money, go to school, pick you a major that's gonna make some money. And I agree with that. I have a post I did a long time ago on Facebook say, hey, find a job that's gonna make some money. Follow your dreams once you get the money that you can probably do what you gotta do and follow your dreams or whatever. But like don't go to school trying to, oh, I want to be this, or I see some people that go to school general studies or they just major in something that we just know based on today's time, because it's not the 80s and 90s where you can have a 35, $40,000 job and live and have an okay life. Those days are over. So I was like, if you don't find something that's gonna be making you make more than the average American, that's the issue. And so hats off to her to being realistic because we do act like we have like a lot of people. There are people that we do get to look into like we like what we do. Then there are people, like you say, she said, hey, I'm not passionate about it, but it allows me to live a decent life or a life that I want to live. I think that is I think that's commendable to actually say that to people and not just be like faking, oh, I love it and doing all this other stuff. Because that's what we see. That's why I give people the real. I'll be like, hey, I talk about cybersecurity, but no, working in this field may not be for you if you're not trying to be a lifelong learner.
I agree with everything she said, especially the girl who started the video off, because I kind of feel like um that your future is something that you can control. So if you come from, an environment that you're not happy with, if you come from instability, if you come from, being let down, if you come from not being able to afford like the things you want to do or just go to places and stuff like that, then these should be driving to me. I think they should be driving factors as to what you decide to do in your career in the future and long term. It was one of the driving factors why I went back and got my master's because it just wasn't cutting it. The life I was living beforehand, I wasn't I wasn't even remotely living the life that I had idolized for myself. So I feel like I don't know, I resonate with that on the same level as she did because that was something that I did and that's kind of how I approached the situation. Like I know how I grew up and I know what I want for myself and what is in between those two. So I definitely agree with that. I think it's important for you to consider those things, especially if you hate where you're at right now. You have a choice, and that's the only thing that you got to know is that you got a choice, and you can create whatever reality it is that you want.
Yeah, I know. For me, like I said, college of business, seen 80,000, 100,000 on those information system jobs. I said, sign me up.
Yep. And I feel like also for me, a lot of the things that I'm passionate about, I don't really know how to make money on them yet. So I feel like that's like you said, that's what I was going to add. Like you said, get the bag right now. And then once you get the bag, then you can pour into the things that you love to do. And I mean, that's not for everybody. This advice isn't for everybody, but if this is for you, we talking to you.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I seen a post. I don't know if it was blonde or something, but a lady was talking about like they retired or something. Her husband just delivers pizzas now because he like I guess they did really good financially. Let me see. I'll be seeing some crazy stuff on blonde. Like I'll be like, bro, y'all are wild and shout out to another subscriber of mine. Yeah, people that follow me. I don't think I posted on YouTube, but he's been watching my content for like 3 years, and now he's got his first SOC analyst offer, going from working in a warehouse. So I want to tell people it could be doable, and he's probably going to get close to $80,000. And like I tell everybody, y'all can be fooled by TikTok if you want, but that's life changing money for a lot of people.
Man, what? I remember, please don't let these people fool you. Don't let the hype get to your head. If you never made it, if you never made that before, who are you to say that that ain't no money?
Yeah,
We're not talking to the people who make it more than that. We're talking to the people who haven't made that yet. It is definitely life changing,
dang. I know y'all probably see.
and that'll motivate you to be like, oh, okay, I got this. Then now I can get to 100. Then when you get to 100, oh, now I can get to. It
Mm,
just allows you to be able to dream bigger and think bigger.
yeah, and this is gonna be totally random because it's not related to anything we're talking about. But I was looking for that screenshot or the post from Blonde just now, and I didn't find it. But my ESPN notifications just told me OJ Simpson died at 76 years
You're
old. I
lying.
promise. It
Right
said,
now, today.
former NFL player OJ Simpson dies at 76 after undergoing cancer treatment.
No, I don't believe you. I believe you, but let me look it up
Yeah,
myself. Oh my God.
my cousin, he had a picture of OJ because I didn't even know OJ was from like Louisiana, from Shreveport, I believe. He got some people
Oh
out
my
there.
God. He was so real.
That made me want to watch. Have you ever watched
Yes.
which one I'm talking about?
The one that was on with Cuba.
Yeah.
What did I? Every episode. He ate that. He
Courtney
ate
Vance
it
playing
up.
Johnny Cochran.
Huh?
I said with Courtney B. Vance playing Johnny
Yeah,
Cochran.
well, it was like the trial, like when
Yeah.
they were talking about that was now that I don't know if there's other OJ Simpson shows, but that one was
Yeah.
so good. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch it.
If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Hey, listen. Man, man, that's messed up, man. But let me see. This was I think we got two more. I wanted to talk about this one too. Let me go to this one.